Hey everyone, welcome back to SimpleSpeak English. I'm Mark, and today we're going to talk slowly and naturally so you can relax and listen without stress. Learning English doesn't always need to feel like studying. Sometimes it can just feel like listening to a friendly conversation.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lily, and we're really happy you are here with us today. Wherever you are listening from, maybe at home, maybe outside, or maybe during a short break, this is your time to slow down, breathe, and enjoy simple English together.
Yes, and today's conversation is about something very simple. Something people talk about every single day without thinking too much about it, and that is the weather.
The weather is such a common topic, but it is also very useful for English learners because weather conversations help people start talking naturally, even with people they don't know very well.
That's true. Many conversations begin with the weather. You meet someone and you say, "Nice weather today," or "It's really cold this morning." And suddenly, the conversation starts.
And the nice thing about weather talk is that it feels safe and comfortable. Nobody feels nervous talking about the weather, and everyone understands it.
Before we continue, if you enjoy these slow and easy conversations, don't forget to subscribe to SimpleSpeak English, and you can also leave a comment and tell us what the weather is like where you live today.
Yes, we really enjoy reading your comments because we see listeners from many different countries, and it feels like we are all learning together.
So Lily, let me ask you a simple question. How is the weather today where you are?
Today, it's sunny and mild, not too hot and not too cold. It feels comfortable, and when the weather is like this, I feel more energetic and positive.
I understand that. Sunny weather often changes people's mood. When the sun is out, people usually feel happier and more active.
Yes, and when it rains for many days, people sometimes feel sleepy or quiet. Do you feel that way too?
Yes, especially when the sky is gray for a long time. I feel like staying inside, drinking something warm and moving more slowly.
That actually sounds cozy. Rain can feel relaxing sometimes, especially when you don't need to go anywhere.
That's true. Weather is not only about temperature, it's also about feeling. People often connect weather with emotions.
For example, people say, "It's a beautiful day," or "It's a gloomy day," and those words show how they feel inside.
Exactly. And this is very useful for English learners because you learn not only vocabulary, but also how people express feelings naturally.
Mark, do you remember a time when the weather changed your plans?
Yes, I remember planning a picnic with friends once, and suddenly it started raining. At first, we felt disappointed, but later we stayed inside, cooked together, and actually had a great time.
That's nice. Sometimes unexpected weather creates new memories.
Yes, and this is something people often talk about in conversation. Weather stories connect people.
I remember one summer when it was extremely hot, and everyone kept talking about the heat. Even strangers started conversations because of it.
That happens a lot. Extreme weather brings people together in conversation.
Let's talk about some simple sentences learners can use. For example, "It's really warm today," or "It looks like rain."
Yes, and short sentences are very natural. You don't need long grammar structures. Simple is better in everyday conversation.
Another common sentence is, "The weather is nice today." Very simple, but very useful.
And sometimes people exaggerate a little. They say, "I'm freezing," even if it's only a little cold.
Yes, that's true. It's part of natural speech.
Do you usually check the weather forecast before going out?
Yes, especially if I have plans outside. I like to know if I need a jacket or an umbrella.
Same for me. Weather affects daily plans a lot. Walking, traveling, meeting friends, Everything can change because of weather.
I think weather also changes energy. Sunny mornings feel different from rainy mornings.
I agree. On sunny days, I feel motivated to start early. On rainy days, I move more slowly.
And that's okay. Not every day needs to feel the same.
That's a good reminder. Weather teaches us to adapt.
Let's ask our listeners something. What kind of weather do you like the most? Sunny, rainy, snowy, or windy?
Yes, write in the comments and tell us. And maybe tell us why you like that weather.
Some people love snow because it looks beautiful.
And some people don't like it because it makes travel difficult.
I think children usually love snow more than adults.
Yes, because snow sometimes means no school.
Another interesting thing is that weather conversations are different in each season.
In summer, people talk about heat. In winter, people talk about cold. In spring, people talk about flowers and warmer days.
And in autumn, people often talk about cool air and changing colors.
These small conversations help people feel connected.
And for English learners, these are perfect topics to practice speaking without pressure.
Yes, you don't need difficult words, you just need to share small observations.
Mark, do you think talking about simple topics helps confidence?
Absolutely. When learners succeed in small conversations, they feel more comfortable speaking again.
And confidence grows slowly, just like learning a language.
Yes, and sometimes confidence grows in a very quiet way. You don't notice it immediately, but one day you realize you can speak longer than before, and you don't feel as nervous.
That's true. I remember when I was learning another language, I felt shy speaking with strangers, but simple topics like the weather helped me start conversations without fear.
What happened the first time you tried that?
I remember standing in line at a coffee shop and it was raining a lot outside, and I just said, "Wow, it's raining so much today." And the person next to me smiled and started talking about how they forgot their umbrella.
That's a perfect example. A simple sentence opened a real conversation.
Yes, and after that moment, I felt more confident because I realized communication is more important than perfect grammar.
I think many learners wait too long before speaking because they want everything to be correct.
Yes, but real conversations are not perfect. Even native speakers make mistakes or change sentences while speaking.
That's very true. Sometimes I start a sentence and change it in the middle.
Me too. That's normal conversation.
Let me tell you a funny weather story. One time I checked the weather forecast and it said it would be sunny all day, so I went outside without a jacket.
Oh no, I think I know what happened next.
Yes, 1 hour later it started raining heavily and I had to run back home completely wet.
That happens to everyone at least once.
And when I finally arrived home, the sun came out again, like nothing happened.
Weather can be very unpredictable. Sometimes it feels like the weather changes its mind.
That's a nice way to say it.
I also remember a funny moment. One summer day, it was extremely hot, and everyone kept saying, "It's too hot," every 5 minutes, like repeating the same sentence again and again.
Yes, heat makes people talk about the weather more than usual.
And nobody had new information, but everyone still talked about it.
That's actually an important point for learners. Small talk is not always about new information. Sometimes it's just about sharing the moment.
Yes, it shows friendliness. It says, "I see the same thing you see."
Exactly. It creates connection.
Mark, do you have a favorite kind of weather for working?
I think slightly cloudy weather helps me focus. When it's too sunny, I want to go outside instead of working.
Yes, sunny weather can be distracting in a good way.
What about you?
I like quiet, rainy mornings. The sound of rain makes me feel calm, and I can concentrate better.
That sounds peaceful.
But only in the morning. If it rains all day, I start missing the sun.
Balance is important.
Another useful thing for learners is asking simple weather questions, like, is it cold outside? Or do you think it will rain later?
Yes, questions keep conversations moving. When you ask questions, the other person feels invited to talk.
And you don't need complicated words. Simple questions are enough.
I also noticed that people often talk about weather when they travel.
That's true. When you visit a new place, people often ask, how's the weather compared to your country?
And then the conversation becomes about culture, seasons, and daily life.
I once met someone who had never seen snow before, and when they saw snow for the first time, they were so excited.
I can imagine that. Snow feels magical the first time.
Yes, but after a few days, they said, okay, this is enough snow.
That's usually how it goes.
Weather also creates memories. People remember where they were during big storms or very hot summers.
Yes, weather becomes part of personal stories.
And telling stories is a great way to practice English because stories feel natural and emotional.
Let's give our listeners a small idea. Next time you talk about weather, try adding a short story, like, it was so windy yesterday, my hat almost flew away.
Yes, that makes conversation more interesting and more human.
Do you remember a time when weather surprised you?
Yes, once I left home in warm weather and suddenly the temperature dropped in the evening and I wished I had brought a jacket.
That happens to me all the time.
And then you see other people wearing warm clothes and you think, they were smarter than me today.
Yes, that feeling is very familiar.
Another thing I like about weather conversations is that they slow people down. They make conversations gentle.
I agree. Weather talk is calm. There is no pressure.
And that's perfect for language learners.
Before we finish today, let's think about one simple takeaway.
Yes, you don't need difficult topics to practice English. Simple topics like weather can help you speak more naturally.
And every small conversation helps build confidence step by step.
So next time you meet someone, try starting with something simple, like nice weather today, and see where the conversation goes.
Thank you for spending this time with us on SimpleSpeak English. If this conversation helped you relax and practice listening, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone who is also learning English.
And tell us in the comments what kind of weather makes you feel happiest.
Take care, keep practicing, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone!